Planetarium domes are very much a custom business. So the hard part was taking the old planetarium dome out and putting a new one in.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
We've been, shut down for the better part of 21 months after a fire of the roof of the planetarium in January of 2023. And over that time, we've, gotten things straightened out. We've had to put in, new things, basically reconstruct parts of the planetarium to get it back to being operational. So after a long haul, we're, kind of rechristening, if you like, the facility, and because our first public shows are this upcoming weekend. So we're back.
A lot of what Dr. Durrell and Dr. Feldmeyer do is with PowerPoint slides and things. So first, right after the fire, they did it remotely. Then we shuffled around some classroom space, and we actually used other classrooms. The Starball was still working. The dome was not set for video, and our video could not be projected on it, so we couldn't use that aspect. But after a fashion for the 2 semesters, basically, we were still able to teach. But this semester, we actually reopened for the students right at the beginning of the semester, and all 4 of our sections are full because everybody was waiting for the room to get redone.
When you're used to just giving shows and, talking to people about astronomy, and lots of people like to come to the planetarium, 21 months is a long time. And it's sort of like been building up. Like even earlier this year when the construction was starting, we're like, oh boy, we're still a ways away. When are we going to open? When are we going to open? But it's happening now, and I think even people who saw the planetarium, in 2022 or 2021, will be, pleasantly surprised by what they see in there.
Right above you here is one Sony 4K projector. Its brother is at the back of the room. Those 2 projectors use 6 computers and cover the entire dome up above you with a single 4K image that we can do both pre-recorded shows, and I'm going to show you today during the 3 o'clock thing, we can also fly around in real time, which is why we got this system. It's called Skyscan Dark Matter. Skyscan's the company, the software is called Dark Matter that allows us to do that.
Planetarium experts came in to, replace our star projector, reinstall the full dome video. The carpeting's all redone. The lighting is completely redone. I mean, a lot of different people, electricians. I mean, there are just so many people involved in getting this to where we are. And the communication was nothing short of, beautiful. The plan was always, when construction started, they wanted to be done and ready so that students could start astronomy classes in here for the fall 2024 semester, and they did.
Most of the things that are enhanced are things you wouldn't notice. For example, on the old Kronos, we had power issues because of the power supply was from the 60s, and we're trying to run a 1990 Starball on it. We literally took car fuses and had to hook them to the lamps to keep the lamps from blowing when it was first installed. This guy does not have that problem, plus the electrical's upgraded as well. The only real noticeable thing I've seen with this one is, number one, it's very smooth, but they use a different method to project the Milky Way behind the stars, and I'm still getting used to adjusting the Milky Way with the new settings because it's much more sensitive and much brighter than our old way of doing it.
Planetarium domes are very much a custom business. So the hard part was taking the old planetarium dome out and putting a new one in. That meant all the other stuff had to come out, seats had to come out, scaffolding had to go in. That was the complicated part of the whole process. But we still have the same full dome video projectors, and which were doing beautiful job before the fire, and they're doing wonderful now. This weekend is our opening weekend for the public, October 4-5. It's sort of a preview weekend where, we're going to have, it's sort of a shortest show where we show off, some of the previews and some of the full dome video shows that we're going to be showing throughout the year, a little bit of the stars, an introduction video, things like that, so people can see, you know, we're back and this is what we have planned for the next year. So that's this weekend. So, you know, we start up as our usual time, which is Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:30. And as always, shows are free to the public.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.